Here on Savor the Burn, we're a big fan of firsts. Very, very firsts. And on this episode, Still Austin is a very, very first for us. We're going to get into this bottle. This bottle's going to get into us. It's a bourbon. Who doesn't love bourbon? And it's from the great state of Texas.
Austin, to be specific.
Yeah. So, are you ready? We're ready. Let's go! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan. Across the barrels from me is Mr. W2. How do you do, sir?
How? I am doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, too. I'm really looking forward to getting into some Still Austin. I've heard good things. I've seen them on all the whiskey groups.
I've been sitting on this bottle for a minute now, and I have not had it again because I've been trying to wait and be patient.
Right.
But I haven't had it since I had it at the distillery last fall.
Wow.
Late fall, early winter.
Nice.
But our first on the podcast to get into Still Austin, and to the point that, you know, aside from hearing great things about this, I got to visit the distillery. I had a few pours while I was there and a cocktail. I had a Gold Rush there that was amazing. Yeah.
What's in that?
That is honey, lemon, and bourbon.
A spirit and a bourbon. Yeah.
Yep.
Shake over ice, or
I'm sure there's something else that I'm missing.
Or mix in glass kind of thing.
It's shaken and strained into a glass over a large cube.
Large cube. I'm a fan of the large cube.
I like to do mine with a dehydrated lemon on top of that. And then I've also done a couple where I've done dehydrated lemon and then a couple rosemary sprigs. Not the sprigs, but the little petals.
Yeah.
Just kind of on top. Just for
kinda
little pop.
Kind of like the First Frost.
Exactly.
But First Frost got some foam on it from the dry shake and the egg.
Yep.
Nice thick foam. Anyway, we're getting into this bottle. Holy smokes, we got to the weeds super quick. Super quick. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Subscribe, bell notification, all the things. Thank you for listening and or watching on your podcast app of choice. We're definitely happy to have you along.
Oh, so what I started to say, and I completely took a left turn and
spaced it.
Was on. Aside from us hearing great things and trying some different things, a lot of the bartenders and mixologists that we follow that make amazing cocktails.
Yeah. Thirsty Whale. Salty Whale.
Thirsty Whale. You got it right. You got it right.
Damn it. See, you gave me the grunt. You stopped and you grunted.
I was like, I'm going to think about this real quick. Yeah, all of them, if you've noticed, they actually utilize Still Austin a lot. Not for everything, but
more than they used to.
I see it a lot in a lot of cocktails that are being made across the board. So they're getting a lot of great accolades.
Good.
I personally love their brand because they employ an actual painter artist, and all of their labels are actual original paintings that are done for each of their bottles. And yeah, I just think that's super cool that they are kind of combining fine arts with their products. And yeah, just there's a lot to love here. How about we just crack this open? I'll read some things and then let's get into this.
Yeah.
This is their Cask strength bourbon, which I believe, if I remember correctly, comes in at 116 proof.
Yes, 116 proof. If you can imagine such a thing. Yes. This is a little blade and X-Acto knife, so I have to be very careful with these things because I've been known to cut myself with these. Here we go.
Very nice.
We're going for results, not reactions.
All right, let's go ahead and pop it.
That's a bad joke. You don't want to know the origins on that. Here we go. Ready? Nice.
Like it.
Nice.
So yeah, this is the Still Austin Whiskey Company Cask Strength Bourbon Whiskey. The standard offering, not the Cask Strength, the standard offering bourbon, they call that the musician. all of their artwork has a bird. I don't know if I have anything here that speaks to that, but I know that they incorporate a bird in a lot of their offerings. And I'm sure if I were to read every word on their website, I'm sure it says so somewhere on there, but I have not done that research yet. But anyway, this is the Cask Strength Bourbon Whiskey. Comes from Texas. Specifically, it comes from Austin, Texas. There is no age statement on this. Like I said, it comes in at 116 proof. And mash bill on this, you ready?
Yeah.
70% white corn, 25% rye, and 5% malted barley.
Okay.
And 100% Texas. So no one said making whiskey was easy, but we decided to make it about as difficult as possible because, damn it, we like a challenge. That means we went all the way to Scotland and asked the world's best still maker to build us a 42-foot column still. It means we promised never to use any grains grown outside the state of Texas, no matter how rare or how obscure those grains might be. And it means we embrace an inclusive and imaginative worldview, whiskey for the artists, the outsiders, and the never-do-wells. Long live bourbon. At Still Austin Whiskey Company, we make our whiskey ourselves, from grain all the way to glass, in our world-class whiskey distillery right in the heart of Austin, Texas. It might not be the easiest way to make whiskey, but it's the right way to make whiskey. And I've got some great tasting notes that we will talk about once we get into this a little bit.
Right at the top, I'm picking up on the corn, like maybe cream corn, the sweet creamed corn. Is cream corn always sweet?
I think it is.
So I'll just write down cream corn.
I think it's cool that they actually specifically called out white corn.
White corn, yeah.
70%.
That's a good amount. And then there was rye at what did you say, 20%? 25. And then 5% barley.
There's a nice caramel.
Yes.
I would say a sweet vanilla. What about like a pound cake or maybe an angel food cake? I'm getting some kind of a cake.
Not a dark cake, not a spice cake.
Yeah.
Just some kind of white cake.
Yep.
But not like the plain ass vanilla cake.
Yeah.
Like you said, pound cake or angel food cake. I wrote down angel food cake. Have I said cake enough times?
Is there a little bit of apple? Maybe some cherries?
Yes, I'd say apple.
I'd say some black cherries also.
You're picking a black cherry?
I think that's nice. I'm ready to do this.
I am too. We got quite a bit of stuff here on the nose. How cool is that? Yes. Well, cheers, Still Austin.
Still Austin. Great
state of Texas. Let's see what you're about. Okay, the cherry came through.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. But
I think there's a little mint.
Mint?
I think there's a little bit of mint on that.
You think it drinks at 116 proof?
Oh, no.
I don't think it drinks at 116, but I do think it drinks at 100.
I'd say a 107.
107, I was going to say like 105. It's wild how you have so many higher proof whiskeys, and you can kind of pinpoint where you think that proof point is. Yeah. You can be off, you can be wrong, but sometimes you nail it, and you're like,
"Yep,
should I be proud of myself, or should I check into Betty Ford Clinic?" That's one of my favorite Aussie stories. Like, wearing the hat. Years ago, Sharon wanted him to quit drinking, so the only way she could get him to go to rehab is go to the Betty Ford Clinic. Gerald Ford's wife. She set up this rehab clinic, and so Sharon sends him to Betty Ford Clinic, and told him they're going to teach you how to drink like a gentleman, drink responsibly. He goes in there. He goes in there with that expectation and walks up to the first person he sees and says, "Where's the bar?" And they're looking at him like he's from Jupiter, like, "Oh, it was a bar," So that one of my favorite Aussie stories.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, sir. I think that corn sweet carries through onto the palate.
Yeah.
And the sweetness, man. I mean, it's like a sugar sweet.
I'm getting kind of a caramel corn.
Caramel corn on finish?
On palate.
On palate, caramel corn?
It definitely has a Texas summer hug on the finish. Nice, long, lingering, slow tapered finish. I'm getting a little bit of a cherry cola on the finish.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Man.
I didn't know. So that it was one of those times. Next time I'm just going to fucking say it. I thought something. I was going to write it down, but I forgot to. And then later on, you said it. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't write that down. Idiot. What was I thinking? And then.
This is going to be mighty fine in a handful of great cocktails.
That's one thing that I really do love about these reviews is we can start brainstorming just based on the palate and the finish as to what cocktails these things might lend themselves to.
Tangent off of that though, we only have a minimum 2-year notes on this, no age statement, but minimum 2 years is what it says. But that is a mighty fine color.
Absolutely,
that is a nice,
and maybe we get
auburn
that beautiful color because of the climate in Texas.
I would say yes.
I mean, super hot during the day, especially in the summer. Super hot during the day.
Shit out of those barrels in the summer.
And then at night it can dip down pretty cool, pretty low. So yeah, I'm very happy with it.
So how about my distiller's tasting notes?
Oh yeah. What do you got?
Their site said, offering a nose of brandied cherries with fresh muddled mint, old-fashioned blackberry cobbler with biscuit crust and cinnamon toast in brown butter.
That's great because we got none of that.
And then we're gonna break that down. So the nose, brandied cherries.
Did not get it.
Well, we got cherries.
I
said black cherry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So muddled mint and cinnamon toast.
I don't think either one of us said mint.
I said mint.
You said mint?
I did say mint. Palette, grilled peaches, butterscotch pecan pie, and dark brown sugar.
Cherry, mint, corn sweet.
Brown sugar?
Caramel corn.
Sure.
Oak, vanilla.
All day long.
You think brown sugar?
Sorry, I gotta do it. Brown sugar! On the finish.
That's a good song.
On the finish. Rye spice, nutmeg, and clove.
You know what? I looked for the rye. I didn't pick up rye on this palette.
25% rye is a good amount of rye.
I thought for sure I would find it. I mean, anyway. So what did they say again? One more again. What?
On the finish, rye spice, nutmeg, and clove.
We didn't even bring up any baking spices. So, like a sugar sweet, Texas summer hug.
But I do think that I do think that they're there. I absolutely think they are there.
You think nutmeg and clove?
I do.
Cherry cola, dude. It's there. Not cherry soda, but cherry cola.
Right.
Seems like anytime I think, man, I'm going to get a bottle of that cherry soda because it looks beautiful and I love cherry. I get it and I'm always disappointed. I have yet to find a cherry soda that I adore, that I really do love. But cherry cola, get out of here. Get out of here. You know me, I'm a big fan of Coca-Cola and their products, right? And some of Pepsi's products, like Mountain Dew especially. But when it comes to cherry Coke versus cherry Pepsi, I'll go cherry Pepsi every time. But I'll go Coke over Pepsi every time. If I had my druthers, I'd rather have Coke over Pepsi. And they're supposed to taste the same. Like if like one of them was like room temperature Coke. I'm not sure exactly how this is supposed to go, but I think it's something along these lines. Like room temperature Coke is supposed to taste like ice cold Pepsi, or maybe vice versa. No, thank you. Like maybe it's room temperature Pepsi is supposed to taste like ice cold Coca-Cola Classic. If you know what I'm talking about, please leave a comment. Leave a message in our DMs, in our emails, info@savortheburn.com. You give this 2 or 3?
I went 3.
Perfect, because I'm going 3 as well. Give that a little stir here. Let me go back to working on my my numbers here. If you want to talk a little bit about bottle presentation, I do like the imagery on there. It's kind of tarot card, imagery. Maybe not quite Roger Waite.
Yes, absolutely.
Tarot card, but like I do like it. Like the whole 16th century paintings.
And I love the real deep dive and all about pulling in the fine arts into their branded products. I think that's super cool. I think it's great. to make this a work of art. It just makes sense. And so because of that, I probably love this a little bit more than I would otherwise. Bottle shape, it's not that different. I mean, it may be a little...
It's not too far off.
It's got a super long neck.
It's a long neck Weller.
Yeah,
Stretch neck. It is. Stretch neck Weller.
It's a stretch neck Weller. It totally is. There's one right behind you.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
It's not important.
It's not, because my back does not want to let me twist.
But they do have embossed in the glass.
Yeah, they do.
Still Austin. And I love the silver, the black
against
background.
The black, the matte black, yeah.
And same with the neck tape.
The neck tape.
I'm gonna do a fill. Hang on. Gotta do a fill.
You gotta keep your neck label straight. Otherwise, Phil's gonna come through.
Was it 100% Texas?
Texas grown grains. Yep. Yeah. And we've got the bird on the top. It's got a cool dark wood, whatever it is, topper, composite cork. Nothing wrong with composite cork.
And it's from Texas, so why wouldn't they lean into the fact that they are proud of being from Texas? Everything about this is 100% Texas grown and made. And actually, if I remember correctly, they talked about... promise never to use any grains grown outside of the state of Texas. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think it's cool. Just like I love our Ben Holiday leans into the real Missouri bourbon and make sure that the grains are grown
woods in
Missouri. The wood from the barrels is
where
from the Ozarks.
Distilled, where it's aged.
All the things.
The cradle to the grave, man. What about bottled? Does it also have to be bottled in Missouri?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
And so this is bottled. This is grown. This is distilled, aged, all the things.
In the great state of Tejas. Unless they get a little bit of snow or ice, then they freak out because they don't know what to do about it. Going back to the label.
Stay home.
I do like this label. I mean, you got plenty. It's like starlit.
It's like a shield.
Starlit with a touch of twilight here in the painting, if you will. Yep. But any astronomer will tell you if you have any little bit of twilight and you have that, if you have stars that are that bold in the sky, they're not stars, they're planets. There are way too many planets in the sky. So I don't know if she's from Earth or not, but I dig her. I mean, she's kind of pretty. She's kind of pretty.
Their higher end rare allocated bottles are in beautiful hand painted boxes that are inside out printing, and they're gorgeous. I have yet to get my hands on one of those.
That'd be really cool.
Clearly, because this is our first official Still Austin release, but they have some beautiful special offerings.
It's beautiful imagery. I'd like to dig into it and see if there's like I mentioned something about the tarot cards. When you look at those, like everything that's on that card in that picture on that
represents
depiction,
something.
It's there for a reason. Absolutely there for a reason. I do wonder if everything in this picture is there for a reason.
Have you gotten into that since you added the water?
I did, and it did what we talked about. It kind of rounded the shoulders a little bit and really kind of brought for me the cherry cola pops now on
a little bit of vanilla bean ice cream.
Vanilla bean shows up on the palate.
That's delicious.
And I think more oak shows up on the palate as well.
I agree with that.
It's there on the palate.
Yep, I agree with that.
But I think it shows up a little bit more.
What did you give this on the nose?
On the nose, I gave it a 4 1/4. How about you?
I met you at 4 1/4.
All right. We'll see how far this goes. Palate? Where are you at on the palate?
I came up a little bit because the palate was a little bit better, so I gave it 4 1/2.
I thought about it, but I did not come up on the palate. I kept it locked in at 4 1/4. How about the finish?
I came back down to 4 1/4.
Okay, that's where I'm residing currently, in the 4 1/4 range. Bottle presentation, we talked about it quite a bit.
We did.
For me, I wasn't wowed by it. I was impressed. I was very happy with it. So for me, a wow is the base minimum for at least a 4 out of a 5. We haven't gotten into that yet, but we will right before we give our final scores. So I give it a 3.75.
All right.
How about you?
Well, I am a huge fan of the fine arts, and so I gave it
and the employment of local artists.
I gave it a little bit of a bump to support the local arts, and so I gave it 4 1/4.
4 1/4. Yep. Excellent. And my score is
like
not indicative of what I think about the art depicted. I mean, this artist is clearly miles and above, my skill level as an artiste. I mean, my artistry is like grunts and clicks and squawks into a microphone. That's my artistry. And maybe I make a few lines of words rhyme with one another. Maybe. But so
my name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Anyway, so before we get into the finish, real quick. We grade these, we review these, we rate these things.
And by finish, you mean our overall?
Our overall finish on our scores here that we're
not to be confused
to.
with the finish category.
Right, not the finish category. We already talked about the finish category.
I'm just keeping an eye on
this is the final.
There you go.
That's what it's supposed to be.
It's the final.
Like, why am I so confused? It's because I'm an idiot. So everything confuses me. So before we get into the final score, we got to go back and rewind a little bit and talk about how we even got to this score in the first place.
Do we though?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Let's review it because maybe the consumer of this episode, the content, the dear listener, the dear watcher.
No. Come on. I wasn't paying attention.
The dear listener. Or the dear watcher of this episode has...
it's not Jim Beam.
Maybe they're new and have no idea what we're talking about as far as these numbers that we're throwing at this thing. So what we do and how we rate our whiskeys, because we do rate them as part of the review, is we go at it in 4 categories: nose, palate, finish, and bottle presentation. Out of a 0 to 5 rating, we assign it a number, how we feel about it. 4 for me is the beginning of my wow. If I'm wowed at it at all, it's at least a 4. And it goes quarter point increments from there for me, because that's how I do it. I quarter point it. We've had Kyle on.
Oh, yeah.
He 1/10 of a points increments thing. So maybe one day we'll get there.
Which
I probably won't for a while. I probably won't for a while, but we will see.
Yeah.
One day.
I like that idea.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
I mean, it completely is messing with my mind, trying to compute that, but it makes math super easy
at that point. Like when
on a base 10,
when we review and try to lock down exactly what we're doing with the bottle presentation and what we're doing with our different categories here. If we do go to the 10, 20, 30, if we do go to the 10th degree on this thing, I think we need to decide, like, are we going to give it a 1/10 of a point addition or deduction when it comes to natural cork versus composite? The topper, is it plastic? Is it an aluminum screw off lid? Is it plastic screw off lid? Like what in the blue hell?
That may be too.
Is there a
neck
neck strip?
Weeds.
But that's going to have to be our thing, and maybe we don't talk about that every time.
I'm just doing a quick glance behind me, and because I was about to say, don't all bottles have the neck tape? But they don't.
No,
they really do not. A majority of them do.
Some of them have,
and
like
recently,
a collar.
I'm very thankful that neck tape was there. Recently, I was very, very thankful for that neck tape. We got our 2025 Bomminger in the mail, and the cork was about 2/3 of the way popped. It had not popped out. It did not leak a drop. It was actually completely dry all the way around there. But summer heat, I think that the glue on the neck tape had wiggled a little bit.
Yep.
Because then when I pushed the cork back down there, it was a little bit of it wasn't a tight fit. Yeah. But thank the Lord that neck tape was on.
Thank you to the whiskey gods, wherever they may reside.
Yes.
Because they are spirits. Whatever spirits.
I see what you did there.
We'll work on our whiskey god theology.
What did you give this as your final?
My final score. All 4 categories added up out of a possible 20 divided by 2 to get our 0 to 10 rating. My score ended up being a 8.25, 8 1/4.
Nice.
How about you? Where you at?
I'm at 8.625, 8 5/8.
Okay. We're not too far away from each other.
No, not at all.
This was a very tasty bourbon. It had a lot of the usual suspects.
Really good.
With some additions, like the cherry note, the cherry cola. There was cherry on the palate and cherry cola on the finish, and I was very happy for that. The cream corn on the nose, black cherry on the nose. You picked up black cherry on the nose. Mint, I still don't think I picked up any mint, but you did. And with some bourbons, it's there, and I don't even notice it. I think the first time we reviewed a Buffalo Trace bourbon, I didn't really notice the mint. But now, anytime I drink Buffalo Trace, I can't
get it.
I can't not notice the mint. The mint, it's there. It's like, why this was clearly
once you hone in on that,
was made for a julep.
Once you hone in on it,
it's like when you get a new car. Like every car you see on the road is your car. Like I didn't know my car was this popular until I got it. So now, when you focus on mint, you find it, and your palate identifies it. It starts finding that in all kinds of different stuff. So that's one of the things that I really currently love, and will continue to love about this podcast. The more notes that our palates can learn and adapt to and identify, it's really going to help us find these things find these specific things, I should say, in all bourbons and Irish whiskeys and scotches and Japanese whiskeys that we get into. Yeah. So I'm just as stoked about this podcast, 200 plus episodes into it, probably nearer to 300 now with bonus episodes and all that. But I'm just as excited about it now as I was when we started.
So to carry that on, I was thinking this last week, with this podcast or without, what if there was no podcast, our love of whiskey. Why wouldn't you just find something you like and
that's your whiskey?
Just let that be your go-to.
Yeah.
And so
I had that.
I'm not sure.
I absolutely had that.
I'm not sure why, but for whatever reason that popped in my head this week is because I've been thinking about all these. We've had a lot of new great favorites.
Absolutely.
That have come about because of this podcast.
Now we have favorites for different seasons, different moods, different occasions.
Right. And so, I was like, why wouldn't I just, I'm good. I'm going to go and get the Green River Wheated Bourbon.
Fantastic.
Or, whatever it happens to be. I think it's because it's because of the unknown, and it's because of the
pursuit of the unknown, of the discovery
of discovering something different, something unique, something that's not quite the same as what I gravitate towards. I love all of that, and I think that's why I have tattoos. I think that's why I love metal music. I think that's why I paint and I love the creative process. It's because of the unknown. It's because of the discovering of something that's not the norm. It's not the same. It's not the status quo. It's all those things. So.
It's all those things, and then to piggyback off of that, it's the artistry, not just what's on the label. It's what's in the bottle. It starts with artistry. It starts with a gauntlet that has been thrown down in that distillery room, and like our buddy Alex Lindsay with West Bottoms Whiskey Company. Started with a small 5-gallon still in his garage on a hot plate that's used to make crepes, a crepe maker,
inviting his neighbors over.
Right.
Hey, you want to try some whiskey?
Try this. Tell me what you think. Right. This could go
in
one
my
of two
garage.
different ways. This might be really bad, or it might be kind of okay. But we'll see how it goes. If you're blind, don't even try looking for me.
I don't know you.
I don't know
prank
you.
Call.
Never heard of you. You were never here. Never here. But the gauntlet was thrown down. They said, you know what? I think not only can I make my own whiskey, I can make something that's better than the average whiskey out there. And I'm really going to explore this and push myself and push the other whiskey makers out there, to do better. Like whenever we get on a bill, on a lineup with a band that we think might be a little bit better than us, or at least better at doing something that we're not that great at doing. That just pushes us harder, and it makes us play. I think it makes us play better,
Sure,
to the best of our abilities.
Yep.
And that's what that's what the listener deserves. It's what we deserve as artists. I mean, we want to be pushed, you know? So
100%.
You know, we don't want to get picked on and poked at and made fun of, but you know, we want to be pushed to bring the experience. And I think that translates to anybody that paints, you know, that writes music, that distills their own whiskey, that, you know, creates, you know, art digitally or otherwise, whatever. Just the creators of the world. I really, yes, we could wax poetic on this all day. We don't have all day. We have things to do. You have things to do.
I lean into that hard.
Yeah. Because it's our
super appreciated
core self, you know. So that's just where we are. If we're not expressing ourselves in one way or another, we turn into monsters. ugly monsters that nobody wants to be around. Unsavory beasts. Anyway, so whoever you are, wherever you are, what you're drinking, and what monsters you may or may not have become, never forget.
Keep on burning.
Oh, and if you want to know more about Still Austin, go to stillaustin.com.